How's it going, friends? Welcome to Qualifier Weekend Day 1 here. Yes, it finally is time again to play the qualifiers. I was restricted, limited, forbidden to play them for the last 3 months because I was able to be successful in the first one of sort of the last 4-month window, and now I'm free to play them again. And yeah, it's standard. I didn't really put that much time into standard lately or into figuring this format out, um, as I'm busy with Edge of Eternity's limited and modern for the Pro Tour. I'm gonna be flying out soon next Saturday. So, I'm not gonna have the sickest tech or whatever for you guys. I'll just have a pretty stock Cauldron list that is hedging towards mono red, at least with the main deck. I'm really not that confident in this, to be honest. I just figured going into this day 1, for day 2, I might change the list if I make day 2. For day 1, I just want to have a list that is as good as possible against mono red and just very streamlined and clean in that regard. So yeah, I'm playing 4 Floodmore, 4 Torture Tower as my 1-mana interaction. Just be very cheap, be very lean. Torture Tower is extremely crucial against mono red, as Razorkin Needlehead is very, very good against this deck. And yeah, the thought is just that mono red will be popular on day 1 of such an event because it was very successful in Orlando a couple weeks ago, and it's just the easiest deck to pick up. Not a big wildcard investment either. And I did test a little bit with this type of list against mono red, and it felt pretty good for Cauldron. Otherwise, I might have just played mono red. Blue-white control, I just don't have the guts, I guess. I'm just gonna go with the clean best deck. Blue-white control, I was recently playing with 4 Essence Scatters that felt pretty decent, but you're still like 2 in a sideboard, 2 in the main deck. You're still playing a controlling deck, you're still playing a reactive deck. Things have to line up. If you don't have Normalize in the early turns against Cauldron, it can sometimes be a little rough of a ride. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with the sort of best deck in the format. Yeah, it's boring, I know, but hey, I want to win. Yeah, other things that are unusual, I guess, recent inclusions of Sochas talents. This card has caught on. I don't love it too much, to be honest, but I'm including it. I shaved 1 Mako and added sort of like playing 5 1-drops, 2 and 3. I included it mainly because I have 4 Torch in my main deck, and Talent being a nice fodder for the Torch to be sacrificed to kill 3 toughness creatures is pretty good. So that's the main appeal to Talent to me. Otherwise, I probably would just not play the card. And that's my opinion there. But some people are higher on it, and some people even play no Makos and 4 Talents. There's a lot of variance on Cauldron going around. 3 and 3 on the combo. Cauldron combo, it's very hated on. There's a lot of interaction for it. People are very prepared for it. I think an appealing part of this deck is to just be this prof mid-range, really efficient deck that just has this combo built in. But I don't think you have to put such an emphasis on the combo itself. So going down to 3 and 3, I think is fine. And you're just being that normal proft mid-range discard draw deck with cheap interaction. And then, hey, if you draw the combo, great. You can still get them with that. But you're not like clogging your hand up with a bunch of Cauldrons or whatever that can be stuck or be interacted with, what have you. Yeah, I mean, the rest of the deck is pretty self-explanatory. 3 Riddler, 3 Steamcore Scholar. This is sort of your good end game flyers. Very good in any grindy situation, of course. Riddler, very powerful card. And we have 1 Abrade for the mirror match. Mana base 22 lands, could see 23. I'm just gonna go with 22. I didn't put that much time into the deck. That's just my gut. 2 and 2 Spell Pierce. It seems to be pretty stock. Spell Pierce nice against control decks. And it's pretty flexible. There's blue-white artifacts is a deck. It's good in the mirror match, of course. Hitting Fear of Missing Out, Cauldron, Proft. And it's also decent against like blue-white control, where it can hit Overlord or Rest in Peace. 3 copies of Unable to Scream. Major respect to Mono Red. I think the reason why Mono Red was so successful in Orlando is because nobody was prepared for it. But if you are prepared for that matchup with the torches in the main deck and 3 copies of Unable to Scream in the sideboard to take out Nemesis, I think the matchup's actually favorable for Cauldron, is at least my assessment. We have a copy of Disdainful Stroke. I don't really like this card because against the control decks, stock up, consult the star charts, dare counterspells, a kicked or a spreed 3 steps ahead is uncounterable. You can't hit it with Disdainful Stroke, makes it awkward. But it does hit stuff like Overlord, the Wrath effects, Elspeth, and of course Marang River Regent, which is a pretty good stabilizing big creature against this type of deck. So playing Stroke, yeah, I think it's fine. It's just a little awkward, but 1 copy at least. Second Abrade here for the mirror match and various creature decks. 2 Obliterating Bolts, good against Dimir specifically, but of course can be brought in against any creature deck. Cut Propulsion. This was one of my last editions. I had a counterspell. I had like a second Stroke or a Get Out in that slot. I'm just gonna go with Cut Propulsion. I'm really not that confident in it, but just having a clean answer to a Marang River Regent or a Quantum Riddler in your entire deck seems kind of nice. Sure, you can bounce Riddler, but again, just killing it is kind of nice, I think. So I'm playing 1. 2 Chandras, and this is also something I'm not super confident in. I think this might be better than Ral because the vehicles are not being hit by Day of Judgment, I guess. That's sort of the main idea here. It's been a late adoption recently. I'm just gonna go with it. I mean, it's a powerful planeswalker. It's certainly sort of in the realm of the power of Ral and whatnot, and just having an alternative threat. I'm just gonna go with Chandra. Why not? 4th Riddler. The games slow down post-board. You sometimes want to board out your combo, and then you want to go even further into that mid-range strategy. And I think Riddler is just the perfect top end for the mid-range control type deck. Like if I play against Mono Red, we'll board in a lot of removal and board out some card draws, some of the slow cards, board out some Cauldrons, and then also put in the Riddler. Yes, it's expensive against Red, but the games kind of drag out because you just kill everything and then you just land the big flyer to take over. Just got to be careful to not make a too big flyer with Profts, and then they steal it with Vengeful Possession and hit you for a bunch of damage. That certainly has happened to me. But Floodmaw is also a nice counter to that. They try to steal it, you just bounce it back to your hand and don't take any damage. All right, yeah, that's all about that. I'm just gonna rattle these matches off and then go back to modern testing. And yeah, let's hope I'm gonna be successful. Let's see. Okay, not the most exciting hand, but it's certainly a keep. We got good early game, and we can draw into our card advantage. I think because I'm on the draw, I will just play this a little slow. I'll just kill their stuff. I'm really not that well versed, honestly, in these Cauldron Mirrors. Just gonna play Mako and torch the Dragonautics, I guess. There's no rush in doing so. I guess I could play around Spell Pierce. I kind of want them to incentivize, though, to like play a Proft. And thinking that, oh my god, I'm so stupid. See, I'm really not well versed in this format. Jesus Christ, I fought this card. I don't know why, but yeah. Anyways, I punted already. That's crazy. Whew. Okay. I totally forgot that it buffs itself. I was like, for 1 mana it gives haste, but it doesn't buff itself, right? I didn't think about that. All right, interesting. Opponent has 2 cards in hand. Yeah, I took 2 damage for no reason. I don't think I'm gonna try to kill the Vivi. With like sacrificing the Mako, I think that's not a good idea. Fear of missing out. I think I'm just gonna Steam Core here. Okay. This Vivi, huh? So they 2 cards in hand. I could discard the lands. I don't like that though. I think I should either discard. I probably should just discard 2 cards. Also get a little bit on the offensive. I mean, I could discard the lands. I think I should just discard Fear of Missing Out and Soulstone Sanctuary, perhaps. Maybe not. Maybe just a Spire Bluff. I kind of need double blue at some point, probably, but the Sanctuary is pretty good, of course. To maybe we can tempo our opponent here. Cut Propulsion not dealing with Vivi is kind of annoying. That's what the Into the Floodmoor is for. The most flexible of removal. What is this attack? If you had Torch, you would just play it, right? I'm so confused. It's just some trick on me. What, like, I could have something like Opt, I guess. But Opt is not in the list with Dragonautics. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. They have 1 card in hand. Didn't play a spell. I'm just gonna hold on to this Floodmoor. I'm not gonna play it proactively here. Or like, yeah. This is an attack for 10. Which is kind of nice. That 1-off Sanctuary. Some people are not running it anymore. Very interesting game. Tight resource sort of game with torches, killing stuff. Steamcore Scholar discarded 2 cards. My opponent mulliganed. I mean, they are theoretically stable, I guess. Next turn. I mean, they're certainly stable. They give up. Okay, wow. That seemed premature. Let me take a look at some sideboard notes. Oh, no, this is actually the wrong thing. Anyways, so interested in a null, interested in a Riddler, I guess, a Braid, propulsion. And then the bolts, I think they're reasonable. I think I'm gonna trim down on torches. Cut a Vivi, maybe the talent. And the bolt seems reasonable. Spell Pierce is fine. I don't love it though. Don't know about the torches. I mean, they seem pretty decent on the draw, I guess. I would like to have these bolts. My opponent just played out Vivi. I mean, they kind of had to maybe, but does have Terza. They can be pretty bad against specifically. What's it called? Proft. Yeah, I don't know, honestly. Maybe I cut one Mako and play one bolts. I really haven't played these mirrors since the Riddler innovation. So I'm doing some guesswork here because Riddler gives this inevitability to each player. It's kind of slow, but I can't really mulligan it. Okay. It got faster. No one drop from them. Okay. We're just discarding Winter Night Stories. This Cutport Potion card also makes me cringe a little bit. I mean, maybe it will be good at some point, but right now it looks pretty bad. Vivi. Yeah. All right, I have not made a mistake on turn 2 yet, so that's good at least. Not like last game. We're improving. Exile my beautiful Winter Night Stories. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Interesting. Interesting. I'm kind of feeling to ditch this, to be honest. What is my next turn gonna be? Play Vivi, hold up these two? Something like that. Feel less threatened by the Riddler because I have this flood more. But I'm really a type of guy who, I mean, I don't know. Some things I can think ahead, but some things a little difficult. Like, I don't know how this is going to play out. Maybe I should have kept the propulsion. Maybe the Null is the bad actor in my hand. Dragonautics in the grave. I will take the damage. It's very interesting. How fast do I want to play this? Do I want to play Vivi, play Island? Do I want to play Tapland? Try to bounce the Cauldron, try to counter it on the back down? And exile this Dragonautics. feel like I need to play cards in my hand. That's how I feel. I can't play too reactive here. I'm just gonna pass the turn. They have like flood more. They have a braid. Well, if I bounce the cauldron now, that doesn't seem that good to me. Bouncing a fear also seems kind of bad though. I do have to cast my spell though, obviously. I don't want to give them a fish necessarily. But I think I kind of have to. They'll get a fish, it's fine. It's a little unfortunate that I can't annul now, but you know, they wasted an abrade, kinda. And I have a Vivian play. It's pretty vile of my opponent to just cast the abrade there. Pretty gutsy. There's the Dragonolix is still in the graveyard, so that is certainly a threat. Which will produce a dragon every turn, theoretically. So I'll have to do something about that eventually. Okay. So they can buff each creature, like any creature can get buffed. They don't want to attack though, okay. Alright. Then let's start with this. They just concede. My opponent really has no stomach, huh? Jesus. Come on, a little bit of fighting spirit. You draw Winter Stories. How about that? No? I guess I'll take it. They really were not into it. 1-0. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of interaction in my deck. 9 in total. That's certainly more than other Cauldron decks in the past. Hands like these can definitely occur. Okay. I'm leaning towards bottoming the Riddler. I have a lot of my sort of high-end, high card advantage cards. Scholar works very well with Profts, and then Scholar works also well with Winter Knight, discarding it. So I kind of like the package of that over the Riddler instead of any of those. And I do like the Abrade because, you know, if we get paired into mono red, having some type of interaction is nice. Or not only mono red. I mean, I think in a hand with this much blue card drawing, you don't want to have the fourth blue card drawing. You want to have a little bit of, less redundancy and something different. Okay, the mono red preparedness here. That's Authority of the Consuls is certainly a reason where Chandra is very good. White, yeah. Interesting. So if they have something like Halia or the endurance thingy, I'm just gonna play reactive. Yes, theoretically, Procs into Scholar is a pretty powerful curve. I have a 4/4 turn 3 that blocks that voice. But I don't want them to snowball. If they have endurance here, the white one. Yeah, okay, it's just that deck, okay. I'm just gonna play the Scholar. Discarding the torch. Okay. I almost just want to play Vivi to set up for a pretty big turn. I think that's a good idea. This is certainly a little scary. If they have like a Caretaker's talent here, or an Overlord, or that. Oh, that doesn't work actually. It's tokens. Cool. So that I can deal with. Okay. Let's go with Proft first. Then Winter Knighting, I guess. And then put all the counters on the Vivi. Theoretically, I could deal more damage by doing this pre-combat, but that would mean I only have 2 mana in total. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna have 5 counters here. 4. 6 mana. Can draw more cards and stuff. Probably best to do that. Six mana. Can play these 4. And I can't play the Winter Knight in the same turn though. Which is maybe just fine, to be honest. Let's be precise about this stuff. How do they get back? They kill this. I draw 3, attack for 5. I just have lethal. Don't think I want this. I think the way I lose is if they have a Day of Judgment, maybe. So the Cauldron won't really help me there. Yeah, I think they're just dead. Alright, now they're extra dead. Okay, winning game 1 is good. We have a null coming in from the sideboard, which is a really nice one here. Okay, interesting. So, what do I not want? I feel like these Floodmoors are kind of bad, probably. But you do want some answers for those creatures for sure. Torch is also kind of meh. I think Obliterating Bolt is actually great. It kills both the voice and the endurance, and exiles the endurance, which is pretty important. I think I want Stroke. I want a Null. I think I want the Chandras too. I think I want to go down on the combo. Riddler, Spell Pierce into the Floodmaw. I could play like 1 into the Floodmaw. Oh, Spell Pierce. I mean, Spell Pierce has got to be kind of nice, to be honest. I have mixed artwork Spell Pierce. Oops. Amateur over here. Talent, Mako. Could cut like a Mako. Don't feel super confident in any of this, to be honest with you. I have 5 removal spells. I'm a little worried that I like try to hold up one of these counters and they just play Voice of Victory. Just gonna play another Braid so that they can't voice me that easily. Sure. I could have shaved the Vivi too. But I feel like against these white decks, the Vivi card itself is actually kind of annoying for them. Seam Rip. I think I'm just gonna hold up Counter Magic. Unlikely they play into it. Well, what you gonna do? I don't want to fall too behind here on the draw, and I don't want to see Qualifier Estelle on the other side quite yet. That's a nice start. I could see playing Vivi here. If they then tap out for something, that's pretty costly. Then I just go off. It's an interesting turn too. Maybe I should have been fearless. I don't know. Because I don't have land drops to give. There you go. Oh, they made a treasure. That's neat. Okay. Seam Rip is something I think they have. Do I want to hold up the Spell Pierce? Probably not. Could just deploy the Chandra and go to town. Or I could Proft Riddler and then make mana of the Vivi post combat. I think I just get the Chandra down. I don't know. Really not sure how I should play these turns, to be honest. I'm also not sure if I should play the Mako here. Kind of plays into a sweeper. If they go sweeper, I'm pretty happy though, I think. I think I should play it. If they have Seam Rip, so be it. It's fine. They have just a huge mana advantage. I just have to play things, I think. I can't play too around stuff or whatever. If I go with the Profts line into Riddler, I can maybe make this free power or do something after that. But I didn't really have anything great to do. I think just getting the Chandra down and having it sit there is kind of nice. You can draw 2 cards by copying a treasure. Counter spells are just really bad against Voice of Victory decks. Can be very bad at least. It's just like they can just play the voice first while I hold up the annul or the spell pierce, and then duh, the spell will resolve. It's kind of a crazy card, honestly. It's a very powerful 2-drop. Them not being able to deal with Vivi is pretty good for me. I think I played these turns kind of nicely. At least the position I am right now feels good. Okay. Yeah, let's play Riddler, I guess. Just put on pressure, I think. Life total pressure. Oh, don't do that. That was the wrong vehicle. Because with the I have to give the other one a haste with the Chandra ability. Ah, this was also wrong. Why did I give the Vivi the counters? I didn't need to give Vivi the counters there. I'm just making one giant threat. I could have just... I mean, for next turn, it's nice to have the mana, I guess, but... Could have split the love a little bit. Alright, we are successfully pressuring them to death. I mean, Chandra dealing 9 damage, essentially, over the course of 2 turns. Very, very powerful. Very powerful. A lot of damage. Ral wouldn't have dealt that much damage that quickly. Okay. Going to 1. I mean, you gotta deal with the Vivi, and then I have 2 free 2s coming at you. And I have a Spell Pierce at the ready. And actually, whenever they cast a spell that deals with Vivi, I Spell Pierce, so... Yeah. Okay. So far, so good. Any day. Mono red. Let's see if my list is ready. Just discard the mountain, I think. Yeah, I mean, you do need some of those removal spells. The best draw on the play. Oof. What do I do if... What happens if I double block? I just lose both my guys. Yeah, it's probably not worth it. So, I could technically Winter Knight discarding Creature and Talent, for example. Make the Mako a 4/4, and then I have FOMO being able of Delirium, but no. No, it's just Proft here. Set up for a big FOMO double attack situation down the line. So the question here, what creature does get some love? I think it might just be FOMO, to be honest. If they kill the FOMO, it's gonna be a little painful, but yeah, I mean, being on the draw and drawing 0 interaction, not good. And they have literally like one of the best draws the deck can offer. It's pretty strong. Oof, that's a reason to put the count on the towel. Didn't really consider that, to be honest. Their draw is just out of hell, to be fair. Like, what the heck? Just insane draw. Yeah, maybe should have put a count on the talent to play around that thing. All right, well, that's how you lose against mono red. I mean, if they have just the nuts on the play and you don't draw into action, it's just, what can you do? I take 7, I go to 6. There are 20 life with 3 blockers on the ground. Okay, I mean, this is a tough situation. I just don't have the power here. Like, if I draw, I'm gonna take 7, I go to 6. It's just too much. The draw was insane. I don't know. I think I'm dead no matter what I do, to be honest, in that scenario. I don't know how I'm getting out of this. I really don't. It's too much. Too much under the gun. Need to find a flat more for this dragon, I guess. Okay. And a torch, okay. I guess I'll discard Winter Knight and this. Yeah. Everybody. You just want to activate those twice. Go to 6. Okay. Sure. Okay. Makes me think they have like Lightning Strike. Iron Claw number 2 post combat. That's interesting. What if I just played a Riddler? I could also warp the Riddler and then do Winter Night Stories. And then if I find Cauldron plus Vivi, I'm gonna be in a nice scenario, but it's kind of unlikely. I think I just played a Riddler, to be honest. I hope they don't have Burst Line here. It doesn't look like they have Burst Line here, okay. If I attack with the Mako, I guess they... Yeah, no, I died. I died in too many scenarios. Okay. What if they don't have much burn? Maybe I can get out of this situation, huh? Feel like they maybe have Lightning Strike? I don't know. Whoa. Okay, that means I'm probably dead. Right, like... We have Lightning Strike. What's going on? Wait, you can't have. Oh, okay. I'm at 4. Wow. Wow. Okay. 7, good 13. I mean, it's realistically, like I could hit Cauldron if I tap my Mako. Okay, let's think about this. So I guess. Hmm. Okay. I guess I'll do this and then tap. I think it's correct. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think it's okay. That wasn't great. That was not very good, but okay. Um, hmm. I'm probably setting up for lethal anyways, though. I guess I could tap the Vivi here. I do have a blocker in play. Shouldn't have played the Thundering Folds then. But yeah, I kind of need to do that. Cauldron. Yeah, I punted with the Thundering Folds. I should have not played it. Sorry, that was loose. There really isn't much reason. Okay. Sure. Okay. All right. No. Oh gosh. I did not think about that card. That's why they wanted to give me 4 damage. That's why they wanted to get me to 4. Crazy. That's something I could have played around. Fuck. Oh. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I could have played around it, but I really did not think about that one. I did not have that one on my mind at all. No, that was painful. So close to winning. I did not think about that card whatsoever. All right, fair enough. Oh man. Yeah, I could have won this game. It's a little bit of a bummer, but I mean, I really didn't think about that one. But yeah, if I would have done everything, then play my mountain at the last. But honestly, I would have played the River Pyrewitch. Let's be real. I would have just kept up double flop. I would have never beaten that card. My brain would not have played around it. No, even if I would have known it, I wouldn't have played around it probably. I don't know if I should play the fourth Gridlow, the Winter Night Stories on the play. I think Winter Night Stories is a little better on the play. It's a little clunky, of course. The talent is pretty bad. Actually, the talent is just too bad, I think, yeah. It's really bad against Nova Hellkite. Yes, it works well with Torch, but in this matchup, the shock mode on Torch is actually really good. So I don't need the talent mode. I think cut propulsion is too much. The cauldron is kind of whatever. I don't think I need the combo much in this matchup. Well, it does get a little bit better on the play, but I don't know. Sure. Oh man, I have such a hateful list for this matchup. Please let me not lose against it. Okay. FOMO is very good in this matchup. Not only the attack mode is crucial. Yeah. Also, the deferred toughness is just very nice, of course, on a 2-drop. Scholar is nice with Prof. It's a little worse without it. This hand is kind of developing a little poorly. I guess this could have been like a Winter Night Stories. Man, these Makos look questionable. They're really bad into Hellkite. I think I'm just gonna play one and then cycle the other. Maybe I can bait out a Hellkite. Just that one, yeah. Maybe they try to kill now. Okay. 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 Theoretically, I could have discarded 2 cards there. But no. Yeah, well, I could have, but whatever. Doesn't matter. I don't think I'm attacking. I want more cheap removal. Where are my torches? Where's my red cards? Red removal. Hello. I've drawn 1 removal spell this game in top 19 cards. And I have like 15? It's crazy. I'm winning, I guess. Kinda? I don't know. I guess I have to be aware of the Sunspan Links card. Okay, they're flooding a little bit, it looks like. Whoa. Okay. Just want to burn me, yeah, with this double striker. That is 6 damage, I guess. So if I do this, you hit me down to 5 or what? Is that the idea here? If I do double block here, I lose both my guys. And I go to 10. Then I play like a Riddler. Yeah, this is sort of where I needed the torch at some point, you know? Just take out this Bastion on. Okay, let's think about this. I don't really have great situational, like my situation is not gonna get better next turn, right? So I go to 5. Then next turn I go like Profts, Fear of Missing Out. Can I set up a lethal over 2 turns if I let these creatures alive? 1/5 life. I just died to so many things though. They're kind of 2-0ing me here. Just no removal in both games. In the early turns at least. Alright, anyways. I mean, I'm definitely not out of the woods here. Not this game is far from over, I mean. Can I have to play the Fear, I think, even though it's a bit of a clunker? Let's start with... What do we start with? Profts? Just need to draw some interaction. Okay, that's something. And I think I'll just discard the Riddler, to be honest. Not super confident, but I do have another Riddler. I guess I could have played Fear and discarded... No. I could have done that, but I could have discarded the Prof to get to Delirium, but Prof is Prof plus Fears. I just need that for the power. Playing these games without drawing torches is certainly a little bit of an uphill battle. They're getting in there. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna bounce it. They're trying to burn me. I feel like they're trying to cheese me somehow. I wanna preserve. Oh, that's bad. Torch for 1. No torch. Why would I be so lucky and draw a torch? Oh, I think I just have to go to 5. All right. Not so blessed today. Not so blessed. So they attack. Like I literally have 2 Abrade, 2 Obold, 4 Torches, and 2 UTS. So I have 10 cards out of 35 that kill stuff. In my top 25, I drew 1 Floodmore, 1 UTS. What can you do? They can kill this, but this can also be blocked on the ground. I'm like trying to set up a kill. Drawing like a Winter Night Stories, I guess. I guess I'm just gonna put it on the flyer. It's just frustrating. You know, you prepare your deck for the matchup and you just get severely unlucky 2 games in a row. It's just it's really annoying. Their draws were also pretty decent, which, you know, if red draws well, I guess that makes it tougher. Did I just have Burst Lightning or Lightning Strike, I guess? Or Sunspine Links? And the Razorkin will kill me here. When I tested the matchup, it felt pretty fine, but you do need to draw some of your 15 removal spells, obviously. All right, well, 2 and 1. Play first. Whew. That's a hand. Very heavy. I mean, that's how I built my deck. Very heavy on interaction. It's just too heavy. So funny, right? Like the one matchup where I need it, where I really need it, what I put all these interaction cards into my deck for. Don't draw any of them. The next hand, 4 of them. Just in your face, the variance. This hand is so similar to another hand I just had. I want to play. You could make the argument to bottom this, because if I don't hit the 3rd land, I at least can Riddler. I think that's reasonable, actually. Not a mono red deck. Can I oh. Not mono red, Mako. Cauldron. Whoa. It's one of my favorite lines. Profts into Steam Core. Well, I kind of have to discard the Vivi, to be honest. Right. I mean, I don't have to, but it's just such a good setup. They could Cauldron it and make some mana, though. What do I do? I could just ditch the Floodmaw and hardcast the Vivi. Otherwise, I ditch Profts. I have this gigantic flyer in play, so I kind of like, I'm pretty far ahead right now. Discarding the Vivi will just sort of involve risk, but it also has such a huge upside. I'm just gonna go with the Floodmaw line. I don't know. It is certainly the frightened line, but I just don't want to. I don't know. I don't want to lose 2. Yeah, against this, discarding the Vivi certainly maybe better. Although, to be fair, they could have played Cauldron themselves and then still cast the Winter Knights with the 2 mana from Mako. Discarding 2. Even though they didn't need to. No, I just have a terrible turn. Maybe I should have just risked it. Tough. I should have Cauldron. I'm honestly. I'm gonna Riddler plus. Could have Cauldron the stories. Super interesting. These mirror feels very like crazy hard to play, to be honest. Yeah. Oh. Well, that was pretty lucky. Okay. They can't even kill my fear with anything. So they're 14. Sure. I'm just gonna do this, yeah. So I've drawn 3 cards. Prof is free. Okay. I guess I have to use this mana though. Or attack first and have more mana to turn on. Let's just use this mana. So that's 2 extra, so 5. Take 10. That's 2 extra here. Discarding the Vivi could be bad though. Because then they can go off maybe. Oh wow, that's just lethal. Crazy. Yeah, alright, nice. Yeah. Cool. Okie dokie. We want a braid, I guess propulsion. Annul. Riddler, bolt. Cut a Vivi. And cut some of these torches. I don't know about the bolt. Maybe the bolt is just too shitty. Cut the talent, maybe. Yeah. Talent is like low impact. What did I do last time? Like I cut a Mako, something like that. Could just not play the torches at all. Death Terza. I think because I'm on a draw, I should just try to up on removal. So snowbally. I'm gonna just try that plan, and then on the play, I'm gonna swap some of the removal for Makos again. And just be more proactive. Pawns on mulligan. Yeah, this hand is not particularly playable. Okay. Pawns mulliganing again. Putting into 5 with a Mako turn 1 that I have the answer for. Just gonna play the Cauldron, I think. So no combo shenanigans at least. Yeah. It's not, I'm not in a hurry. I mean, I can't combo this turn, obviously, but like the Profts draws me a little bit deeper into my deck, finds me more things. But I'm kind of set up in a fair-ish way already. Like I have a free drop to play if I want to. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna play Vivi. I have to do something. My opponent has a free 4 in play and a Proft. Okay. Are they gonna sack it to Torch? Is that what's happening? No? Maybe they have Bloodmaw. Maybe they have Spell Pierce and Null. Because I could have played around Spell Pierce there. Okay. Sure. Can't really discard the Vivi here. Discarding the Vivi would just put me in this cat and mouse game between the 2 Cauldrons. And I don't have an interaction for their Cauldron, so if they bounce or exile my Cauldron, then they can then I can like I can't do anything. They just will get the Vivi. So I'm not gonna engage in that. And I'm also far ahead on resources because of the mulligan. So I don't need to play risky games. Clunking up a little bit. Clunking up a little bit over here. A kingdom for a Floodmore. They discarded Floodmore and the Profts. Didn't play land. I guess I'll just riddle it up. Not really anything interesting moves, really. You can play Vivi, and that's about it. Bit of an annoying spot. Kingdom for Floodmore. Nope. Am I attacking? I would think they have more card draw. But I don't think they can deal me 5. I mean, they could actually if they have Tearsa specifically. I guess I just died to Terza here. Straight up. Yeah, I guess so. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Guess I'll just discard the bolt. I don't know. There's the Riddler. Maybe I should have just played Vivi last turn. I don't know. This game is so weird. Such a frustrating game to play from my side. I'm just gonna lose to this mulligan to 5 or what? Because I just have 2 interactive pieces and kill me. So couldn't. I like fumbled completely. Again, not drawing my 4 of interaction piece and dying because of it. Yeah, they had 3 of them. Could they maybe gift one of them to me? Just gonna abrade this and kill me, huh? No. I could have played a fear here to jump block. Nope. I just died with so many cards. It's so frustrating. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. The unluckiness I'm getting here. Jesus Christ. It's unbelievable. All right. I mean, this is just too many high cost cards. Is that what happened here? I don't know what happened there. Not enough lands in the deck. Just no Flatmore. Like a combination of everything going wrong. I guess I don't have that many. I guess I don't have that many important cards in my deck. Like what cards matter there? Flatmore and creatures, I guess, that I try to like throw in front. Yeah, I guess I didn't have that much material in my deck that was useful. I cut all my 1-drops, so I couldn't really double spell that easily. That was unbelievable. Hmm. Just gonna discard these. All the skill in the world doesn't matter. The game doesn't want you to win. Why did I not exile this? Jesus Christ. Ah, yeah, okay. Ah. Now, I would say I haven't played much with these, but there's a certain awkwardness in just the clunkiness of all this shit. Attacks me without doing anything else. What the heck? Okay. That's surprising. Okay. All right, I didn't get punished for my not exiling the stories, luckily. Okay, interesting. So they're sitting on Floodmore, yeah? So I'll just bolt this Vivi, cast a Winter Knight from a Riddler. That's a pretty powerful turn. Can force them to bounce my Cauldron by ditching this Vivi. Probably a good idea. Okay. I do have the Floodmore this time around. They could get Delirium though. Proft Fears, so scary. They do get delirium. That is 9. 9 plus 6, 15. You had 13. Okay. I'm just gonna exile the stories. These mirrors are crazy. They're so tight. So much can happen. Do it now so they can't draw an extra card. Proft is just so powerful. I wonder if I should play around Spell Pierce. I technically have a kill here, right? F4. I have like 11 damage coming across. They, of course, have a lot more up. Okay. They didn't want to Spell Pierce, so they probably don't have Spell Pierce. So they take 8 and 2. So I guess I'll untap this because they want to bounce that. But if I untap this, they don't have to bounce that. Let me think. Untap this, it's still lethal. It's just more damage. Yeah, I think I just do that. I guess if I untap this, I'm screwed if they have spell pierce, but I don't think they have spell pierce. Flatmoss were incredible there, for what it's worth. Yes! Alright, I just didn't have anything. Well, that's when I get lucky, I guess. That's when I get lucky. Whatever, I mean... Whew, I think I played this game alright. I think I played this game decently. I mean, I missed the Winter Night Stories in the one turn where I just... yeah, crazy. Yeah, Flatmore is everything in these Proft situations where Proft just makes gigantic creatures with FOMO. Yeah, the Obliterating Bolt. 2 mana deal for. Doesn't kill a 6/7, huh? Yeah. Alright, on the play. Nice. One lander, unfortunately not. This I can work with. Okay, interesting decision point here. Do I discard the removal? Or do I discard one of the expensive cards? They work so well with each other, especially in the play. If I can go Mako Fear into discard Winter Night Stories, then Riddler turn 3 plus Winter Night Stories, that is nice. Although it's also not that much nicer than just casting Winter Night Stories. It's 1 card more, right? It's essentially just drawing 1 card further down. Realistically speaking, it just has to be the Torch. I know I'm gonna regret it if my opponent plays a turn 2 Razor Needlehead, but in basically all other circumstances, I will not regret that, I think. Yeah. Discard the stories, I guess. I mean, right. Yeah, I think so. Could also play the Fear, go a little slower, but have a Fear in play. Both pretty good, honestly, really good. I mean, the Fear puts even further pressure on them. Just more mana efficient though. Next turn cost me 3 mana. Go with the mana efficient line. So I can play like 2/2 drops next turn. I'm gonna kill my Riddler. You gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Tidebinder. Okay. I'm gonna discard the last card anyways, I guess. Am I? I could do nothing, theoretically. Oh, that was a good one. Not a floody. Kill spell. Sure. That gives me delirium, huh? I will just cast this for 2 mana, full value here. I'm gonna do it for 5. And next turn I can do it for 5. Okay. 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 It's another matchup where I want to be less reliant on like the clunky combo stuff. And I want to riddle them, and I want to kill all their things. Braid, bolt. This is a matchup where talent is actually good because bargaining torch is really good. I don't want to cut any of the creatures. I think they're good here. Unable to scream is it's just so bad against Kaito. I just don't like the idea of that. Chandra I think is unnecessary. Quantum Riddler is just good enough. So they can tight bind it to Chandra or something like that. Yeah. I have to make one cut. It could just be a Floodmaw. A lot of removal. Floodmaw can be a little bit medium. Could also just be a Cauldron. I could also just like, screw it, I don't need it. I think it's pretty reasonable to do that as well. Cut Propulsion is also reasonable. Let's just go with the Floodmaws. Try this on the draw. On the play, I might just not have all of them. They're a little bit better on the draw, of course, when you're worried about being out tempoed, when you're a little bit behind. Because that's really what Demia is nowadays. It's really an aggressive mid-range deck, very aggressive mid-range deck, tempo oriented. They need a footing in the game. They need Kaito curiosity. They need to snowball. And if they can't, then the deck just has much worse top decks than this deck, which has Stories and Riddler. And Floodmaw is card disadvantage, right? But it actually isn't that bad when you have so much card draw and your opponent does not. Oh, there's Spellpiercer on null, sure. Guess I could have played around that, but not playing it at all. Am I gonna play around Kaito here? Oh, they have nothing. Okay, I'll just play this. I mean, I could just Could just keep doing this, theoretically. Assume they have curiosity, but I can just bounce it. Could also try to kill it with the Proft, that's what I'm thinking. I don't really need the Proft. If I do this, I go up. Yeah, I guess I'll just kill it. I don't really need the Proft here. Sure. All these Winter Night stories, I've like I'm up a million cards. So just an extra card that is relevant, why not? 3 cards in hand. Kind of wondering if I should just play Vivi. Could also just Winter Night more. I don't have a Cauldron in my deck anymore. Guess I'll just Vivi. Curiosity is just not that good against this deck if you come prepared. Sure. What do I do about this Curiosity? I think I'm just gonna wait and just bolt it. I'm not gonna let them have the 1 card. I don't want the enchantment to lay around, I think. Could snowball a little bit out of control if they have a Kaito as well. Oh, actually, a card that is really annoying here is shit. I didn't think about that. This strategic betrayal would actually really get me. I should have played around that a little bit. Yeah, that was loose. Hmm. Yeah, I took out the combo. I don't really care, to be honest. I was lucky they didn't have betrayal there. I could activate Sanctuary, but I think I'm just gonna do this because I really don't want to get wrecked by a top deck betrayal. I think I'm doing this. I could also discard these 2. But no, whatever. Yeah. You see, like, I just out-control them completely. They flat out a little bit. There's a Kaito, okay. I'm able to kill it. I don't think I am, unfortunately. But I can put it to 1 at least. I can also bounce it. Hmm. I think I want to bounce it, honestly. I guess the braid is not looking too hot right now. So where do I put the counters? On my talent or on my scholar? On my auto, I mean. Maybe on the otter, because it just cleanly blocks the reef. What am I gonna do? Tap my guy. I think they're not in a good spot, at least. Yeah, I'm just gonna block, I guess, and then. Okay, I see. If I don't block, I have a guaranteed kill on the Kaito, I suppose. If I block, I don't have a guaranteed kill on the Kaito. Actually, I do, because I have Obliterating Bolt in my graveyard and I have Talent in play. I'll just block. If you stun my thing, oh, you put it to 5. Okay, that's ambitious against the Scholar in play and a Proft. That is certainly ambitious. At this point, it doesn't really matter what I'm doing. Going through the motions. Haven't drawn a Riddler yet. 4 in the deck. 18 cards left in my library. Holy shoot. I've drawn a lot of cards. Wow. Oh, there's a Riddler. How did it happen? Oh, they milled it, right? All right. 4 and 1. Let's go. Sure. Not a mirror match. I have a pretty good hand. I'd love to like hold up the torch to kill something here, but I don't have the luxury to do anything of that nature. Yeah, this would be certainly would be nice to have flood more here, so I could go like fear and bounce their thing now. Whoa, nothing. Okay. That's good news. What do I do with this Winternet Stories? I don't think I discarded quite yet. I think I'm just discarding an island. Yeah, okay. Okay. Looks like they have Floodmore, something like that. Well, I kind of need to draw Floodmore, but if I don't find it, I'm gonna be so dead if they just untap. Because I think they have Floodmore, so they can just like bounce my gigantic Mako, and I lose all my stuff. So I think I just have to go with the fear. I guess I could discard the Winternet Stories here theoretically, huh? Try to find a Floodmore. Okay. Don't think I want to tap out for this talent. Wow. That's crazy. Cauldron. Not really that useful. Hmm. Not that useful, no, but also not terrible. I guess I'm gonna keep it. Okay. So if I play land, talent, FOMO, discard something, then I can play Riddler as my last card, I guess, yeah. Okay. Second to last. What do I want to buff? Maybe just the Mako, just deal them the maximum amount of damage right now. Boots. Okay. Floodmore again, the card that I want the most. Yeah. Discard Vivi. Do you have the Cauldron? You don't. Whew. And you tapped out? This just has to be lethal, right? I can just like make one gigantic fear or oh yeah, just this. No way, this is not lethal. Just torch this guy and just attack. Without showing any other cards. Right, this is shock on tap, yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Alright. Nothing too special to see, really. Man, Floodmore is so insane in these mirrors. Mako was really good there too. Maybe I should play Spell Pierce on the draw. I had these bolts. Oh, the Riddler. The bolt was pretty good in that one game where I was able to kill the Vivi. Cut Propulsion is just a really awkward card. I'm just gonna leave one Riddler in the sideboard. I've been clunking up a little bit too much with them. I think that is reasonable to do. That's a very slow hand. That's a very slow hand. It could work if my opponent doesn't have the most crazy draw. But it is very slow. It's kind of good against a null. That's sort of what I'm thinking. That was a great draw. Lucky. Cauldron. I think I just counter everything there. It might be bait, but turn 3 Riddler, that's a good sign for me. Playing a land. On blue. Could be a null. Could be a Spell Pierce. I don't know if it's that good to do this. Kind of get myself time walked. I mean, one flat more gone, I suppose. I wish I had a creature to deploy here. I do. I do actually have a creature to deploy. I'm losing out so much tempo though if I keep doing that. I don't know. They have like Floodmaw. I don't know. Discard the Riddler. These scholars seem kind of nice for the craft at least. Maybe just discard 2 lands. That crazy? Probably is. I'll just discard the Riddler. Weird game. Oh, no land drop to give. I kind of don't want to play into this annul. Should just play the Riddler. This way I'm getting the annul out. I have second craft, is what I'm thinking here. They have all spells in hand. Could be Vivies, Floodmaws, Riddlers, Fears, Torches, Braids. Could be anything realistically. They discard a Floodmaw. That's kind of crazy to me. Hmm. Okay. Pretty good here, I guess. Discarding a Floodmaw. Maybe they have a third. Hmm. Looks like they have Floodmaw, yeah. I'm not very good at drawing these flat moss. I'm not very good at that. That just kills me. And the wild ride is kind of nice here. Just kills out of nowhere. That was pretty nice. No removal. No nothing. Can't kill anything. Have all these cards in my deck. 10 cards. I was 22 cards deep in my deck. 22. Drew 0. Like, what the frick is going on? That is so unlikely. It's just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Not the greatest hand ever. Kind of neat stuff, but I mean, I have a lot of cards in my deck that I can draw into that enable this type of hand. Yeah, flat more. Good to know. The boat maybe shouldn't be in my deck on the play. I kind of don't want to discard a land here. I could. I guess I could. I have like 4 more looks at a 5th land, 5 more looks with my draw step on turn 5. Here the Obold is actually kind of nice. Maybe to kill this thing. That is also a very nice card to draw. That could mean I can't Obold this anymore. I think I just do this now, cleanly kill it while I can, and then next turn I develop. That I think I was Spell Pierce. Vivi. Maybe the Braid. I could discard the Vivi, I guess, but I don't want to right now, I think. Could discard the Winternet Stories as well, but I don't like that too much. I think it's just gonna be a Braid. Right. They're gonna bounce this maybe? Or maybe they torch it? Torch would be annoying. It could just be the stories, to be fair. Because like if they have bounce, then I'm gonna get this back. Then I don't really need the stories. They're gonna bounce the profts? That's funny. Is that really the correct play? Because they I mean, I don't know. Interesting. Okay, sure. Hmm. We're doing it. So I want to definitely cast a Proft here. So I can create more mana. How big is my Proft right now? It's pretty gigantic, right? I drew... What did I do? Played draw 3. And then I drew 1. I guess it's just... That's not that big. Okay, I'm thinking if I should put on Fish or on Riddler, the counters from the Proft. I think I just put it on Riddler and make a big board. Okay. Let's stop at this. So okay, wait a minute. Let's make 3 and 6 maybe. To have 8 mana. I could actually discard the stories and then cast it with the Riddler again. I think I'm good though. I think what I'm just gonna do, I'm just gonna stop, I think. Maybe not. Alright, fine, I'll do it, I guess, whatever. I know. I just wanna put a lot of things into play so I have a good next turn, I guess. Can I randomly die against like a wild ride? They go Fear, Wild Ride, kill both of these somehow, some way. And then they still don't deal me that much damage, actually. They could go Wild Ride, 3 mana. Let's draw another. They could go Riddler here. I don't think they can kill me, right? Um, that was a long turn. These mirrors are definitely a head scratch. Okay. There's actually no creature in the graveyard right now. It's funny. Pretty sure I have a kill here. I just don't want to mess anything up, really. Oh shit, I exiled my creature. Oops. That was bad. See? Made a mistake already. Luckily didn't get punished. Alright. Yeah. I don't know, this was 1,000,000 damage. Yeah. Oh, these games. Ooh. I don't know, I feel skill intensive to some degree, but also to another degree. They just whoever has the draw has the draw. Whoever's on the play has a big advantage. The spell pierce was pretty nice there. It's stifled the Winter Night Stories. Maybe I should play more pierces on the draw, perhaps. All right, 5-1. Let's go. On the play, let's go. Tough. This could go badly. Does have 2 into 3. It's a really corner case hand. I could see mulliganing it as well. Yeah, I just have so much card draw in my deck. You know, these kind of type of hands, they can really work out. Prop's one of my best cards. I don't know. But I could see mulliganing this. I think this is just sort of on the edge. Mono red. Oh, no. Not more of these. I have enough. Ah! I guess I signed up for this. Oh, we're just gonna lose to mono red again after crushing it in testing. The free for fear is probably pretty effective. I guess it might not block this guy. Something in me which just wants to play the Vivi, of course. I think might just be correct. I don't know. Mana efficiency is everything. Question is if I block. I open myself up to a bushed lightning. If I block. Okay. No lightning strike, I guess. No Ember Challenger, no Nemesis, no Hellkite. Yeah, I mean, they would have played the Ember Heart if they had it. They would have played Nemesis if they had it, probably. So maybe they just have the Burst Lightning. Alright, I'll block. Yeah, sure. Oh, god damn it. Oh. Well, fine, next draw step is good, I guess, but the Razorkin is certainly very painful. Oh. I'm just dead. That's crazy. That's funny. Man, these mono red players, they have my number. I mean, I kept a bad hand. I drew really badly afterwards. 3 lands. And a Vivian, a Fear, and a Cauldron, I guess. But this card is very hit or miss. This card can be terrible. I played a little bit of red and it just looks awful in some situations. Um, Jesus Christ. But yeah, that with Hired Claw, if you have the double Hired Claw and your opponent just doesn't draw any of the torches they have in the deck, I guess it's good. Okay. On the player can be a little bit more relaxed. With the Cauldrons, maybe, I don't know. I just don't love him. My idea was to put the Makos out. They have the Oja guy. They have the Scalding Viper, the bounce thing, because they're playing blue. I think the Vivi is kind of risky, to be honest. I think I just go with the Mako. This is so funny. Like, I built my Cauldron deck so respectful of this matchup, and I just can't beat it. Just the irony. That hand was pretty bad. If I would have known I would play against red, I would not have kept it, to be fair. Maybe I should have just not kept it at all. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it was too garbage. It was pretty garbage. Vivi. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. So many ways to go about this. I guess I could discard the torch. I feel like I should just discard these two. But I'm not super confident. Nemesis? Do we have the 1-2-3? Burst lightning. Okay. That's huge. Do I use it right now? I think so. Just mana efficiency again. I'm at 20. The life total isn't that relevant right now. That was a very good draw. Arguably the best in my deck. I think just play Riddler, right? If they have Oger, they can sacrifice these two for some damage. It's fine. Because if they can take over my Riddler with something, that'd be a little annoying. Vengeful Possession. Or the bounce thing, but I don't have blue mana. Lynx. People like it in this matchup. Puts at 10. Missing sorcery in the graveyard right now. At 14. I will, yeah. Okay. Interesting, I didn't want to attack with more. Hmm. Killing them is gonna be a little tricky. Maybe is it? Maybe it's possible. I don't fit. No, I don't know. That's not possible. So I'm gonna tap this for another. No, wait a minute. I'm just gonna discard these two, yeah. And then actually this doesn't work the way I wanted it to work, I guess. Yeah, it's whatever. I guess. Maybe I punted this a little bit. It should be pretty safe. I think it's 6 life. Could sack my profts to kill his claw. Sure. They could burn me to the face here in response. Okay. And then they could activate the claw, but I can just bounce the claw or the oxel, Odger, axonal, whatever it's called. Okay. Feels a little clunky at times what I'm doing. I do wonder if I should include maybe more 1-drops. Looking at talent, Mako. They are not that high impact, they're not that great on the draw. You really just want to have all removal on the draw. For example, like the Vivi has looked kind of clunky. So I could see like just shaving this entirely and playing cheaper cards. Also play the Winter Night Stories. I guess my deck doesn't do a whole lot if I don't have the Proft going. That's fine, I guess. I think that's okay. I mean, I have these Riddlers that can take over. Just really need a hand that's has a lot of interaction early. That hand is probably a mulligan. It's just too clunk. too much of this. I could also maybe do something like this. It's maybe better. Try to empty my hand and then get a draw 2 out of the Riddler. Don't think I can torch that thing, right? I could flood more, but that's pretty bad. I think I just have to take a hit. Opponent kept the 7. That's why you don't torch that thing. Do I bounce that or do I bounce the claw? Take 2, go to 16, then I go Winter Knights to hit me down to 10. Bounce this, I go to 14 next turn. What did I do? I don't know. Red is on the play and goes 1, 2, 3. It's pretty good, especially against a multi-5 that draws like this. Jesus Christ. Is it just my deck? Is my deck just... Well, where are my torches? Where's my cheap removal? My obliterating bolts, my braids. I guess I played 2 of them already. I can't complain this game, can I? I can just look at my death. Maybe my deck was still not good enough for the matchup. Maybe I was just lucky in the games I played with my testing team. Discarding what? Riddler? Stories? Just Riddler, whatever. Torch, I need you, come on. There you go. All right. Do I just cast Winter Night Stars or do I draw 1 more card of the Riddler? Don't have the combo in my deck anymore. Maybe that's the mistake. Unable to scream. Okay. Yeah, I think I just have to discard the Mako. They've Oja. No. A braid. Two cards in hand. Mm-hmm. Boah. Mako. Who's getting the love treatment? I could try to bank on my opponent not drawing the land. To braid something. It's pretty rough. Maybe this was wrong. I think I just have to play every card I have. I don't know how I played the turn. Maybe I should have not played the Mako, honestly. Maybe I should have anticipated that happening. And maybe I should have just braided. Like, just hold up a braid, essentially. Yeah. Tough. I don't know. Whoa. You got nothing? You got lightning strikes? Trying to burn me to death? So many tempo negative cards. uh, gosh. They also played Sunspine Links against me, right? 3 cards in hand. I gotta be so dead. I don't know how I could ever win this game. I wish I had at least like Flatmore or something. So I could try to kill them over the course of 2 turns. I don't know. Maybe they have a bunch of Hellkites in hand. That's my hope, I guess. Yep. Okay. That's good, I guess. Maybe they do have a bunch of Hellkites, if that's what you got. Crazy. Okay. Whew. My nerves are killing me. I mean... Maybe they have that Oja card, which just doesn't do anything here. Shouldn't have played my land. Whatever. All right. They're just sitting on spot removal, I guess. Okay. They just drew that or what? I already had 4 lands in play, didn't I? They must have just drawn this for the turn. Ah, man, these red players. If these red players just stick on 4 lands for the entire game, 4 or 5 lands, it's tough to beat them. And they're on the play, they have a good curve out. You mulligan. This was a mulligan to 5, remember? I kept like 2 lands and these 3 cards. And we almost got there. I needed 1 more turn. Next turn I would have killed you. Damn it. All right, 5 and 2, back against the wall. Okay, on the draw. No, thank you. Okay. I could do the Mako, I could do the Cauldron. I think I'm just gonna go to Mako. Not a mirror match. Oh, not a red matchup. I'm just gonna go 0-3 against red with 4 torches in my main deck. I think I lost every die roll against all these red players too. I think I haven't won many die rolls in total today, to be honest. At least no Razorkin. But Nemesis would be painful too. Oh god, yeah. Ugh. So brutal. Oh yeah, I just have no moves against that in this situation, I guess. I could have won the die roll. That would have been my best move. What happened in those test games? I don't get it. I'm getting smushed by red. Holy cow. I mean, I lose every die roll. That's not great, I guess, but I'm mulligan a little bit. I don't have torches in my opener. I guess that all adds up. I was forced to play Mako there into the Hellkite. Yeah. You're obviously not beating red if you're just like playing a few cards while they're dealing you a bunch of damage. Like, how much damage has this higher claw dealt me? Eight 1-mana interaction spells. Nope. Not gonna find any of them. You have infinite card draw, but not gonna find any of your interaction. 16 cards deep again. Nope. We don't give you that. Man, you put 8 in your deck? You think you can beat mono red, Arne? By changing your deck list? No. No. We're gonna show you. You ain't beating nobody. Nah, drew a shock. No? Okay, I got a 1, I guess. Okay. At 1 life. Can I kill them? Anyhow, anyway. Maybe I can. It's gonna be tough to actually win. Discard the lands, I guess. And then I can make 5 mana. So how much cards do I draw? I drew 5. Maybe 1 short. No, wait, my guy's gonna grow. Immensely, yeah, I actually have to win here. That's crazy. Wow. Whew. Nice. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Maybe I need to. Maybe I'm supposed to keep in the combo more and not try to do this like fair game, huh? 21 damage at 1 life. Wow. Oh, I felt so defeated already because of all these. Yeah. Crazy. Okay. Maybe I'm supposed to have more of the combo in the deck. Huh. Just seems a little hard to assemble, but maybe still worth. So I want this, and I want this, right? The macro was crucial there. Maybe I don't want these bolts. I think I need them though. Maybe on the play I have more of the combo in the deck, but on the draw I'll just try to kill stuff. Really, I'm kind of reliant on drawing FOMO. I feel like FOMO is kind of important to the removal plan because it stabilizes me. It's like a good body, a good early play. They're deep in the tank here. Emberheart Challenger is an option, or Scalding Viper maybe. That's what they're thinking about, I guess. Or Bastion Horde or Hired Claw. Nothing. This keeps its creature type for what it's worth, so it's not optimal, I guess. They can still trigger lizards. They might have Lightning Strike, but whatever. Just gonna discard a Floodmaw. Or a Braid. Nemesis time. Razorkin. I guess they drew the mountain off the top, maybe. $19 still. It's turn 3 of the game. That's good. It's very good. I guess the nightmare of losing to red is over, maybe. Another one, sure. Haven't drawn a torch, but I guess these unables are doing some work. I mean, I'm a little soft to Nemesis right now because I used these. But they don't seem to have Nemesis. Or they can actually Scalding Viper bounce one of these unable to screams, I guess. That's a play they can make. Oh well, good, okay. Come on, find me a creature that I can play. Damn it. Okay. Guess I'll discard Floodmore and Obold, Floodmore and Abrade. I'm just gonna go with that. I don't know. I don't know what's correct. Man, if I would have drawn a creature there, it would have been so good. FOMO. Now I'm flooding on removal. It's just, can I have a good mix of things? I always find something to complain about, but for real, I mean, now I have like 18 cards deep in my library and I have one creature found out of what? 4, 7, 10, 12, 15 creatures. Like, that's just not a normal ratio. Anyways. I guess if you would always draw the right ratio of lands, spells, and creatures, you would just win every game. That would be too boring. Ah, I see. Yeah, that's also something they can do. Wow, this is a bit really bad into this. So now you lose both things. Okay. That's what I was looking for. Maybe I don't cast it? Oh, it's so tempting though. I think I should just cast it. Maybe. Okay. All right. The Sunspot Links is painful. For them, also a little bit. But definitely for me. We're gonna be careful about the steal effect. To not make a too big of a creature. Yeah, that's one of those moments where the content looks very bad. Okay. Yeah. I think I got this one. I just have to be careful to not die to the threaten. Oh. That was a little stupid. It's whatever. I guess that was a little stupid. I could have used the scream and then I could have actually made, yeah. I didn't really, I didn't think that through too much. I sure hope it won't matter. But yeah, I could have done a lot more this turn. Sure. Now I actually don't have guaranteed lethal though next turn, that's annoying. And I've given them an opportunity to hit me with the Hellkite. Jesus Christ, Arne. What are you doing? Also, the Sunspot Links is another threat I have to be aware of. I mean, I would say my position is still great, but I just don't want to feel too safe, you know? If they have 2 of these in a row. Oh, wow, they can just make a bunch of mana now. Oh my god. Oh my god, I might just die. Oh my god. I guess that's something I really didn't think about. I thought about the threat, but I didn't think about the Vivi being taken over and then they make a bunch of mana. Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay. Damn it. They have 3 mana left. This is 11. If I would have kept the Floodmore instead of the Obold, I could have just UTS'd. That's exactly lethal. Jesus Christ. Oh, this was painful. I could have played around all of this so easily. Pain. Man, fuck this turn up so badly. Like, I just go UTS on the thing, then I tap my Riddler, and then I can at least like play a Fear of Missing Out as well. But I guess they had double threat in there. That was pretty sick. Okay, good to know about, I suppose. Good to know about Mr. Fretton over there. Ah, man. Okay. Oh, I'm so fucking tilted again. Sorry about the swearing. That was not a game I should have lost. If I make my Riddler too big, it's too bad. Whatever, I don't even want to think about it anymore. There was certainly 2,000 ways of not losing that game. My mono red opponents, they also keep every 7. Is that true? Have they kept every 7 in every game? Certainly impressive. Man, that game was so winnable. 14 life and I died in 1 turn. Mage Bane lives that really. I guess with the Oja, huh? That's the idea. Alright, fine. Whatever. I don't know. I was thinking if I can maybe just ignore it, but like it can't block my fear as long as I have the torch. That was a great draw. Yeah, the last game, that was definitely winnable. So going back to that decision with the Winternet stories where I could have discarded the Obold, I guess, and then maybe hold up the Floodmaw and then prevent that vengeful possession. But yeah, the vengeful possession on Vivi is just gross. That's very gross. Like, if I just don't ever play the Vivi that game and just like Obol plus fear or something, I probably just also am really fine. Interesting. I'm not sure what's going on here. Like, what did it up? Did they have like a lightning strike? It's between, for me, it's between a Braid and Winter Night Stories. I think it's just Winter Night Stories, to be honest. I'm gonna put the counters on the fear. Maybe they have Frenzy and they were hoping to kill this. No. Okay. Alright, they're in huge trouble now. They're jumping, okay. So I'm missing instant next turn, so I might just have to have a kill next turn, potentially. I have 2, 4, 9, 18. Yeah, I have 7 plus 9 damage right now. So 1 short. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. Okay, fair enough. Oh, and you pass the turn with the shark up. Okay. Cute. What do I discard? Braid, I guess. Just gonna discard Marco, Scholar. Mm-hmm. If I draw 5 next turn, that's 7 and then 12. That would be lethal. Yeah, Fear and Proft. It's really the best way to win this matchup. Fear, Proft, and some removal spells. And of course, you know, Scholar, Winter Knight. Okay. Mm-hmm. I guess I'll just start with the Scholar. Oops. Sure, I guess this is fine. Is it? Let's hold up a starting tone just in case. Yeah, that's fine. So this is 4 plus. They don't have delirium moving close to, right? Yeah. I'm wondering if I should hold up the flat more. So I go fear, I go to 14. This got the Spire Bluff. Put 3 counters on the fear, 3 counters on the Scholar. Hit them for 5. They go to 12. I'm at 14. 3 creatures in play. They can steal the 5/6 fear or the 5/5 Scholar, but there's just no way they can kill me. I just want to make sure. To not die anyway, any shape. So they can steal 2 things, for example, if they draw a land and have 2 threatens. Double strike, I don't think really exists. Even double strike isn't enough though. If I attack with this again, maybe I'm in trouble. I think I'm just gonna not attack and things happen the way they're supposed to. I know I'm being a little precautious. I just don't see myself losing realistically from this position. I guess they could actually get to Delirium, huh? They cast Vengeful and then discard a land. Then they have Delirium. So it was pretty important that I didn't attack. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute, was this wrong? Whatever. 4, 6. Untap here. They just have to double shot block anyways, right? Kill this. Attack, attack. Counters here, counters here. 4, 10, 12, they die. Oh, I only drew 1. Still enough. It's exactly enough. All right, 6 and 2. Boy, this turned out to be a long day. Christ. Beat the mono red deck finally. Ah. Okie dokie. One land on the draw? Surveil land. Ah, you're trying to tempt me here, huh? I don't think so. Oh. This hand is actually pretty solid if it gets there. Oh, I think I'm gonna go to 5 though. Okay. Yeah. Interesting, actually, pretty interesting. Oh, this hand would have been a nice 7. I think I just do like this, probably. I don't know, maybe I should have ditched the talent, kept the Vivi. Boros, yeah, what is this? The finals, 6 and 2. Can I make day number 2? Oh, Jeskai control. I see. Okay. In for a long one, huh? In for a long one. Man, this has been quite the grind. Maze Mind Tome of all things, yeah. Maybe this is without Shikos. I don't think you would put Maze Mind Tome in a Shiko deck, right? What do I want to do? Or just... Scholar. It's crazy. This is a Molly into 5, but it doesn't feel like a Molly into 5, right? Who gets some love? Just the Otter, I guess. Forces them to use the Helix here. They can't tome then. It doesn't force them to, but, you know, like, they're certainly incentivized. Oh, they're scrying the heck out of that tome. Missing a land drop, maybe? Jessica is kind of interesting. I mean, Helix is pretty good against mono red. Oh, that deck. That deck is such a joke. I'm gonna lose to a joke, am I not? Jessica Black. With tomes, yeah. Okay. Alrighty. They could have no more lies, would be pretty freaking bad for me. I'm not gonna not do it. Yes, that was huge. Oh, a braid is kind of funny against these tomes. Could just discard these two. Kind of like that, to be honest. Not a Helix. Get lost. So I think they're playing black for the 4-mana card that gains 3, deals 3. Vivi. Options. Whew. So I assume the last 2 cards in hand are spells. What's the best course of action to play around stuff? I don't know, I'll just pump out my cards here. See what happens. I guess I could just kill my Vivi and stop all of this. Alright, fine. I'll just destroy that. I don't know, I cannot change my mind. If I go Winter Night Stories, tapping the Mako, doesn't seem that good. But his cry again? What is going on here? I'm so confused. They have like Ultima? Okay. Very interesting. Alright. Steam Core Scholar. Maybe I should have mapped first. Yeah. What a funny game. Like, 1 for 1 so many of my things. Okay. They give up. Alright. Torch can go. Flatmore can go. Sorry. Chandra seems good. Disdainful Stroke, Spell Pierce, Riddler, Abrade. Oops. Did not. Abrade. Cauldron probably not so good, and then maybe the Null. I don't really know what's going on exactly over there. These Jeskai blacklists. Do they play any creatures post-board? Like Voice of Victory, maybe? Which I just have 2 Abrades for right now. They do have a lot of removal, so maybe I just trim another Cauldron and play like some type of removal. Flatmore. The Null is questionable too. I haven't seen Shiko. I don't know if they have that. Maze Mind Tome and Shiko doesn't really make any sense. So I don't think they have that, so the Graveyard Hate aspect of Cauldron isn't that valuable. Here. as it would be against, you know, traditional Jeskai Shiko control. I've seen these lists play like Voice of Victory, and so I don't even know if that makes sense to play in this type of matchup, to be honest. I don't know. If games go like this, the configuration I have here, those 60 cards, they're going to be able to beat them, right? Because I'm just like, you have so many 2-for-1s, and they're just trying to removal. Sure, they have Tome. They can maybe keep up with that a little bit. But it's not going to be enough. Not mulligan. We mulligan to 5 that game, by the way. I guess. Maybe I should keep another land over like a Tome, over like this. Yeah. Okay, no Tome from them. I'm just gonna play this. With a Knoll, maybe? No. Lightning Helix. Ooh. Drawing it is nice too. Getting rid of this. I mean, what am I? Nah, whatever. I'm just gonna put it in the bin. I think that's pretty valuable. It's like cold drop. Okay. So it looks like either an inevitable defeat or another consult. Against inevitable defeat, I kind of like passing, just activating the Sanctuary, but then they can consult. I could also just go Mako plus Fear. Kind of. Yeah, I think I kind of like developing. My creatures. Definitely like this play more in the face of consoles than passing the turn and activating Sanctuary end of turn. That would have been a lot weaker. Kind of looking to find Chandra. Obviously, like in a perfect world, I would have spell pierced here. The counter spells are going to be a little worse down the line. They're really good in the first few turns to hit like the card advantage spells. I guess I should just full control, I suppose, to bluff at least that I have something. Ooh, that's how you get rid of my Winter Knight. It's pretty good here. Did not have the annul, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm not going to play around the sweeper. If you got it, you got it. I'm just going to put on the guns here. They do have a sweeper. Looks like it. Maybe this was a bit too greedy. Oh. Oh, they have lightning helix with this thing. Okay. Interesting. Could have really tried to gotcha them, to be honest. If I like a braid first. Yeah. Damn. Then I could have prevented at least one of these things dying. For some reason, the reason why I thought this would work out favorably for me is because I forgot about the rest in peace. I thought I have the Mako in the grave, so if they go for Helix in response to this trigger, I can go I can then exile and put a count on it. I just played this turn completely wrongly though. I needed to go Abrade first, and then they would have done it on these two, I suppose. And then I could have so should have tapped the Sanctuary. Yeah, this was not great. And I should have floated mana from the Sanctuary too, in case I hit like a Riddler here. I guess I'm gonna be happy if they take 6 here. Hmm. Guess I could have played around like a Jeska Revelation. I assume they have that. By holding up the spell pierce, but when they're gonna get to 9 mana. Kind of entering the territory of yeah, control winning pretty hard. I have 24 cards drawn. I haven't drawn any Riddler or Chandra. That'll be Riddler time? No. No Riddler for me. I screwed this game up. The Braid Mako turn was pretty badly played. I don't know if it would have been enough, but it certainly would have helped. Yeah. I mean, they would have played it on Spell Pierce anyways. Okay, I'm fine conceding this one. Drew pretty badly, mulliganed again. The Rest in Peace was pretty good too. They don't seem to be playing creatures, huh? So I guess I'll just take out the bolt and play Flatmore. All right, let's have a good draw. Let's keep a 7. Some Chandra action, some Riddler action, some 2-for-1s, and then we get into day 2. Another mulligan. Every game I've mulliganed against this opponent. Okay. Interesting. I'm kind of tempted to just bottom this, to be honest. Yeah. The stroke is going to be nice down the line, but these cards are all such bangers here in the mid game. Fear of missing out. Kind of want to keep the pressure going, to be honest. Normalize. Well, at least it doesn't hit my Winter Night Stories, I guess. Vivi. Vivi or double prof discard, play Spire Bluff. Then I'm down to 1, 2, 3 cards in hand. Can play Vivi, land, Riddler as my last card to draw. Theoretically work. I'm just gonna go for the value line. It's a little slow, I guess. These profs, I don't know. Okay. Scholar. That's a nice one. Okay. Can't counter it, but I can at least draw 2, which I will do. I wanted to hold up the spell piece this turn because of consult. I have a cursed recording again, alright. Two cards left. Okay. Get lost. Oof. It's pretty good. Okay, I'm just gonna counter the second one. Yes, that was important to resolve. Nothing. What the heck? Just a revelation, I guess. I'm gonna draw cards with the Mako here. Draw 2. Like, what's going on, you know? Like, what is going on here? They're stuck on Jessica Revelations. Negates. They did draw a counterspell. Oof. That's a good sign for me. But also a little sad that it's one short. No, they drew an untapped land. I can't believe it. They had so many shark lands in their deck. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna lose this. Them on 1 life. This is for real. Yeah. What do I do? What do I do? So I have 5, 10 mana. Do I draw 1 or do I draw? Do I play the creature? I think. Probably just play the creature. I don't know. Oh, Jesus Christ. Not in the last game. Not like this. I have 7 lands left in my deck. I've drawn way too many lands this game. Holy cow. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no. Don't like this. Oh, come on. turn too late. Are you kidding me? They could have won again? Oh, now they have another revelation? No, they would have cast revelation, right? I don't understand it. Maybe they have consoled, probably. Oh my god, this is unreal. The closeness of all of this. And me just completely flooding out. They discard rest in peace. Discarded the land. They had 5 draws now. It's something powerful with recording. Gonna need like a helix. Oh my god, I just can't draw anything useful. Yeah. But a helix? Yeah, that thing is enough. Yeah, I was about to say. Jesus Christ. This is really frustrating. I mulliganed every game in this matchup. I've completely flooded out here. Got them down to 1 life. No, they're gonna kill me. No, I'll do that, which is pretty much a kill. Sweet deck. The cursed recording is definitely powering up these burn spells, I guess. Pulling my opponent to 1. Just so many lands in the last few draw steps, and the stupid cauldron. But I mean, what did I have? I was not very prepared for this matchup. I was very prepared for mono red, which I lost to twice, regardless of all the cards I put in my sideboard and whatnot. Very close match, close games, but they got me in the end because I was severely unlucky in this matchup. Brutal. Well, so it goes. Yeah, time to call it a day, I guess. 6-3. Not great. I'm not thrilled about that at all. I'm very pissed. You know, it's a tournament. There's always the next one. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to be feeling like that. That's this game. It's part of this game. Lost twice to mono red, lost to this weird Jeskai pile. And yeah, I tried my best. I think I played, you know, I didn't play perfectly for sure. I made some mistakes. My list maybe wasn't perfect either. But I feel like with a little bit more luck, yeah, I could have gotten there. It is how it is. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you could take something away from this. See you in the next one. Take care.